Hey guys, Coach Nick here, and today I want to give some advice to hard gainers. Hard gainers, people who are naturally skinny, they struggle to put muscle on, and they're just fed up. So the number one problem I see with hard gainers is they don't know what their problem is. They normally think they're not eating enough, or they're not getting enough protein or something like this. Now, this is a very small minority, but this is what most of them think their problem is. They think it's something to do with the way they're eating, but normally it's always the way they're training. Now, if you're a hard gainer and you're struggling to put muscle on, what I'm going to advise you do is, one, track your calories and make sure you're having enough carbs, proteins, and fats, and you're in a calorie surplus. Now, most of you are probably already doing that if you're into fitness. If you're not into fitness, that's what you need to do, calorie surplus. But if you are into fitness, you've been doing that and you've been training and nothing's working, I'm going to tell you what your problem is. It's to do with your training. You're probably doing the conventional 4 sets of 10, 3 sets of 8 that you see all these influencers and bodybuilders doing. And you think if you just go to the gym, you do your workout plan and you do your reps and sets, you're going to grow. But it doesn't work like that. Just rhythmically following a pattern and moving your muscles in a certain direction isn't alone going to make them grow. The thing responsible for making them grow is pushing them to their limits and training with intensity. So if you're a hard gainer and you've been doing the classic 4 sets of 8, 3 sets of 10 or whatever, and it's just not working, here's what I want you to do. The first thing, just cut back your sets. Do 1 or 2 sets to failure on each exercise. Choose a weight that lets you do around 6 to 10 reps. But if by the 10th rep you think you can do a few more, keep going. Go till you hit failure. And after every exercise, write down the weight and reps you used in your journal. And then next time it's time to do that training day, you're going to try and increase the weight once you can do more than 10 reps. Or if you've done 6 or 7 reps, next time you're going to try go for 8, 9 or 10. This is called progressive overload. This is how your body grows. And then once you're doing this and you're eating right, you're going to grow. But there's another important thing. You're probably going 3, 4 days a week, 5 days a week thinking, I need to go more. I need to train for more hours because the muscle's not going on. But actually, it's the complete opposite. You probably need to train less. If you're someone who's a hard gainer, it means already your body doesn't react well to weight training. So by doing more is not going to help. You need to do less. You need to maybe do 2 or 3 workouts a week and train the way I told you to failure with intensity, tracking your weights and your reps and trying to get stronger each exercise. And because you're a hard gainer, you need to give your body more rest. Because your body's not responding well to weight training, you need to give it time to recover. Because the way your body grows muscle is through the rest period. Now, if you're training every day, you're not giving your body enough time to recover, let alone grow. You need to recover first and then grow. So if your goal is strength and size, I encourage you, train less, but train more intensely. Keep eating in your calorie surplus. But if you're thinking, I need to train more because I'm a hard gainer, it's the opposite. You need to train less, but you need to increase the intensity. I would recommend literally training 2 or 3 times a week in full body fashion, high intensity, 10 sets per workout after your warm-up sets, like 1 or 2 light warm-up sets. Don't get into the habit of thinking you need to do more. More is not better. If more is better, then everyone could just go to the gym every day, spend 6 to 10 hours there in the gym, and everyone would be walking around like a bodybuilder or a professional influencer. But it doesn't work like that. Now, if you do know someone who is working for the 4 sets of 10 and they're big, they've got muscles, there's probably one of 2 reasons why. The first one is they have very good genetics. They respond well to weight training, so they can recover better. So like when you see all these influencers, a lot of times the reason they are influencers is because they're in shape and they have good genetics, which looks good for the camera, which is how they've managed to grow online, because they've got a really good physique because of their genetics. So they respond well to weight training. And if you're someone with bad genetics, it doesn't mean you can't grow muscle, but it means you're not going to respond as well to weight training. So you need to take that into account. You need to prioritize recovery and intensity more. And all the bodybuilders that you see, you know, the classic bro splits, they're on steroids. Bodybuilders are on steroids, professional bodybuilders. And the whole role of steroids is to increase your body's recovery ability so you can recover from weight training faster. Therefore, they can get away with training every day because their bodies can recover from it fast. They got steroids pumping through their veins, okay? So if you are a natural, you need to train like this, especially if you're a hard gainer. 2 or 3 lifts per week. Eat in a calorie surplus if you're trying to put on size. Train to failure and progressively overload, okay? Now, I teach this system. If I have a hard gainer who comes to me, this is the system I teach them. And I get them following my workout program, which is 3 days a week. So if you do want me to coach you, if you're fed up with just not seeing results in the gym, just click the link in the below. There's going to be a form which is going to ask you some questions. Just fill out the form and then I'm going to coach you and we're going to get your physique. So guys, if you like the video, just like, subscribe and comment, and I'll see you guys in the next one.